I think it's the one people really wanted to ask about. So it's about Project L, right? So I did a reaction video on Sunday about the game. Overall good feelings, but a lot of people are really worried about this. We got a crumb of inputs. A lot of people are asking about how do you feel about there being no motion inputs for special moves. So this image and this image that kind of give you an idea, right? So I'm guessing, you know, I don't do a lot of specula, but just kind of based on this, you have like A1, 2, 3 for attacks, and then S1, maybe S2 is like special moves. And they have here down plus special. So people are like, man, there's no motion inputs. So it's not like we haven't been here before though. That's the thing. It's not like we haven't been here before. I guess I will start by saying I'm probably a pretty weird player in that I really do just accept the game for what it is. So there are a couple of examples of games I played that have had certain input things that fighting game players did not like. So what are we gonna start with? It's gotta be these two, right? Dragon Ball FighterZ, with everything in Dragon Ball FighterZ is quarter circles. Ignore this, by the way. Ignore this. It's for Christmas. Everything in Dragon Ball FighterZ is quarter circles, basically, and like down. Like there's no DP inputs in Dragon Ball FighterZ. And Granblue literally has the easy special. Smash Bros. The third game, good guess, but no. You gotta remember too, like fighting game players are like, oh, Smash Bros. Is not a fighting game. I'm one of them, by the way. So it's a different type of fighting game. It's not a traditional fighting game. And it has been a minute since I booted up this game. The reason why I bring up Granblue is I think Granblue is probably, in my experience, the closest thing I have to what Project L is. So if you not play this game, there's two ways you can do special moves in this game. You can either manually do it, and if you look at the skill icons, because you can see it, you will see that my special move comes back basically immediately. Or I could do it with the special move button. Let's see if I remember which button is my special move button. I feel like it would be... No, it's this. Yeah, right? So that I did with just one button. It doesn't look that significant here, but there's more cooldown on doing it with a button than doing the input. Mostly because it's actually extremely powerful to be able to do a special move with a button. The developers of fighting games, they think pretty carefully about motion inputs. Most people probably just want the motion input because like there's like, oh, they're making it easier to do stuff, so it's like scrubby. But there's a lot of implications for why input is the way it is. So for example, we're gonna use DP. Right, you got DP. So I have my light DP, I have my medium DP. You can see that the DP comes back really fast, and I have my EX DP. So this has a cooldown. EX moves have cooldowns in this game, but it's pretty quick. Like it's almost done, right? So this is me doing it with the shortcut. So it's gonna take a long time, and this is because normally, right? Normally your DP is forward, down, down, forward. So you're not blocking essentially during this DP motion period. You're just going like that. If you're slightly more advanced, you probably are doing this. So you return to back at the end. That's a good habit if you don't have that. That's all well and good. Having it on one button means that you can react with the invincible move in ways that you couldn't normally, because you have to do forward, down, down, forward, and then button normally. So for starters, it makes just anti-airing way easier, but also makes defense a lot easier as well. So it brings up a few questions about what Project L is going to be like and how I'm going to feel about it. So for example, if the special moves have like, if they're just normal ass special moves that you just press and that's it, that's incredibly strong. And they would have to make the special moves weak on purpose because it's too strong to have that as just like for example, imagine having like a Guile style fireball or something, and it's just like one button, you're doing it non-stop. Even doing it fireballs, I can't do fireball with no cooldown, right? Using the easy special, where here basically I can do it instantly after they block it. Not immediately, but like pretty fast after they block. That's way number one. Way number two is the easy inputs, you know, the one button special moves, but there's cooldown. And to my knowledge of League, there's skills that have cooldowns, so like maybe this makes sense, you know, for a fighting game like League. And if you played Granblue, you'd just be familiar with this. It would just be like all the specials. If it's like that, then it's probably okay. And it gets pretty interesting too, because you have to think about like the implication of you using a special move. So like, if once you use this, you can't use it for a while. If you use it on defense, you need to turn it into some type of meaningful offense that will also like give you your DP back. You know what I mean? Or if you do your fireballs with your EX fireball with the easy input, you don't have a fireball for a long time compared to even like the normal EX fireball. So you have to be careful of your EXs in this game. Very careful. So if it's like that in Project L, I think it's probably okay. It's definitely a tricky issue if there is no cooldowns and the special moves are strong. And it's a team game on top of that. So I think it's going to be... there's going to be cooldowns on it. I think it's based off Rising Thunder. Like, they bought the Rising Thunder before, so they had that type of system. And as long as it's like that, I think it's fine. After playing so many fighting games, I don't think the hardest thing about a fighting game is just execution. But I know there's a lot of people who, for whatever reason, their perception of a fighting game on how much skill it takes is just execution alone, which is faulty. It's 100% faulty. There are plenty of games that have easy inputs. Even games that you might not think have easy inputs. I said that terribly. Even games that you might not think of as having easy inputs have easy inputs. There you go. That's what I meant to say. Games like Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4, never forget, the option select DP is 1-3-1-3 punch, so that you can DP both ways. That game has many input shortcuts. Right? Maybe not like one button special moves, but easy shortcuts that make it easier to do special moves and lead to pretty powerful offensive and defensive situations sometimes. So that's how I feel. Any questions? I think that one's pretty straightforward.